Something I want to focus on this week is player progression. Right now, you start the game with your knight's armour. I think it would be more rewarding to earn it through a quest. Knight's armour doesn't grow on trees. We need a new character, a blacksmith. He will be based on a good friend of mine, and it was his idea to make his skin red. Last month I made King Stephen. His setup and code can be reused to make more characters for our game. An area 3D can trigger the dialogue system. And now all the foundations are in place, it's time to make him an animated model in Blender. I'll start by arranging all his basic shapes with a subdivision surface modifier. Then I will extend his arms and legs, and merge his torso and chest together into one shape. For his apron, I'll extrude a line down across his belly. Scaling up loop cuts can add definition to his arms, and any blacksmith needs a hammer. I decided to add a clockwork key to his back to make him feel more like a toy. Here is his finished model. Then I have to UV unwrap him and paint all his textures, and I'm really happy with how he came out. Now to give him bones and rig him up, and polish his weights so he doesn't deform in weird ways. I also think blacksmith wood needs a workshop, so I'll put together a medieval tent, an oven, an anvil and a shop sign, and now it's all ready to be exported into Godot. All that's needed now is to put together an animation tree and trigger his actions in the dialogue system. I also found some great voice clips and an anvil sound on OpenGameArt. The foundations for the quest book are all set up. We can make a place for blacksmith wood. The quest I had in mind would involve bringing iron ore to the blacksmith, and he will craft yourself armour for your adventures. We need iron, so I put together this model of iron ore on a pile of dirt. And whilst we are here, we can give our player 2 new animations, one for picking up an item, and one for when he acquires his new knight's armour. Once the player picks up the ore, we can delete it from the game, and I'll add one to a new global variable. I'm going to add a new HUD element to show we have iron ore. Once we have completed the quest, we will have our new knight's armour. A new animation player can show or hide parts of our model, and I'll also change the textures of his body. And you can also call any function in an animation track. Animation players can really simplify making stuff happen. I want this to feel like a big moment, and a cinematic cutscene can make any moment feel important. I'll add a new camera that will spin around the player. Then once the quest is finished, we enable a new camera, play the camera spin animation, show our knight's armour and stop our player moving by changing his state. Then once our cutscene is over, we can call a function to enable the gameplay camera and return our player to his ground state. Now we have everything ready, let's see it all in action. This was a really fun week of game development. Next time, I'm going to start making a new island and a train to ride. If you had fun following along, you can subscribe to my channel. And a big thank you to all of my Patreon supporters.